Jason&Jabari.
Alrighty, what's up guys? This is Jason from the Jason&Jabari Gaming, and today BattleGrounds rewards have finally come in. This was the second season for the Brawl Qualifiers. So in my opinion, last season and this season were the most competitive seasons due to that fact. So I really wanted to push for Celestial 5 to be among the elite while people were playing at their most competitive. To me, that was something that I thought was obtainable while also maintaining my mental health. I've spoken about that before, which is why I stepped down from trying to be like one of the best players, BattleGrounds players, winning tournaments and stuff like that, because it wasn't conducive to my mental health anymore. But I did think that I could obtain that reasonably while being competitive and not overdoing it, so to speak. So our alliance finished I actually don't know, 39th, which was fine. I think they need to kind of update these rewards here because they're kind of stale. I don't think anyone even values these. Even if you got number 1, I don't think the rewards are very good anymore. So hopefully they can do an overhaul of these rewards. They are helpful, but the game has kind of progressed now, moving towards rank 4s a lot more. So I think the rewards need to be reflective of that, and these are not. to put it nicely. So hopefully they do something about that in the upcoming future. I think I just kind of balanced out my classes here. I was low on Mystic, so I think I just grabbed some Mystic there, and there's no rhyme or reason why I'm grabbing these other than to grab the lower ones to make them in line with the higher ones as far as the catalyst is concerned. So I finished 69th, which is C5. Last season I finished C5 in the first qualifying season. I forgot what placement I got, but it was a roller coaster, man. Like both seasons, last few hours I had to push, otherwise I was not going to be in C5. And I think that's probably the most amount of pressure you're going to feel when your back's against the wall. And it's really about performance, execution, strategy. Everything comes into play at that point. And some people cave into that pressure and they just can't perform under that type of pressure. Fortunately for me, I was able to maintain my composure and play well in the last I think literally I had 13 minutes left when I secured C5, and it was actually live because Truth Comics was streaming it. And that's a lot of people watching and a lot of pressure. And again, but it's what we live for as competitors. We want those big moments, but a lot of people shy away from those big moments when those big moments come, because it's like more of a fantasy to them. But in reality, that pressure can be overwhelming to a lot of different players. So anyway, now we're going to go over to the Brawl Qualifiers. Congratulations to all 8 of you. You guys are beasts in your own rights. This is not correct. I did not finish 18th overall. This is a average of last season and this season combined. I do have 50 points, but I did not finish 18th. I think the 18th Ender got, which shout out to Ender. I mean, we've been playing each other recently and going back and forth. He's a very solid player. I think I actually ended 40th overall. So to finish 40th out of the top 100, so that's top 50. And again, I wasn't pushing myself to my limit because I know that wasn't healthy mentally for me. and it hasn't been that way for years. But I did want to show that I'm still a competitor and a very good player, because I just wanted to. Some people may not agree with that. Some people may agree with that. It doesn't matter. I needed to prove that to myself in my mind, and I absolutely did. And finishing 40th overall is huge when everybody's pushing. And you have to do that 2 seasons in a row. So congratulations to all the top 100s. You guys are beasts in your own rights. To even make the leaderboard of the top 100, I think that's huge. I think that's important. I think that does show your resilience. I think that shows your competitiveness. I think that shows your talent. So shout out to each and every one of you guys for even making the leaderboard. And I'm quite pleased. I made my goal both seasons, and I'm satisfied. Now it's time to get a rank 4. If you guys saw my recent rank 4, I'm going to be doing a spoiler alert. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He was on the board. It was Gallon. Gallon was a 2-parter. I told you guys Truth Comments and AFO told me that Gallon was the play. Well, what I didn't tell you is Gallon was the play because of who I'm going to be allowing to be free for this season. So that is what I didn't want to share with you guys on the last video, because that kind of might have spoiled it. So Gallon was integral to how I wanted to do things. I don't think everyone does this, but I do think some people do this. If you're going to allow a certain champion to be free, you kind of want to counter to that champion. So if you guys don't know where I'm going with this, some of you may, some of you may not. I am going to get a champion that I'm going to allow to be free now, and Gallon was a quote unquote counter to that champion for this meta in its entirety, especially for the safeguard. But here are all my options, right? Here are all the options that I have available to me. This is my 28th rank 4 champion. Now when war rewards come out, we'll do my 29th, but in the meantime it's going to be Peni Parker. I'm a huge fan of Peni Parker. Have been for a while. She is a dual threat in every sense of the word, and I love her playstyle. Back in the day, I think she was the first to counter Nick Fury's second life, if I'm not mistaken about that. She's quite tanky. She's quite problematic on defense, and in the safeguard she's going to be such a problem. So that is why I ranked up Gallon as well, to counter Peni, because I'm going to be letting rank 4 Pennies run wild. I've seen some other YouTubers take her up. I don't know if they took her up before me. What I do know is they posted taking her up before me, but I don't actually know if they actually did or not, because this has been quite some time now. But anyway, yeah, Peni Parker, she's not super high sig, but I don't think that she needs super high sig. She's quite effective already. I will work on her sig, but not anytime soon. I already have the 50 generic sigs that when the radiance resets, that's going to 4 different champions. It's going to 4 different champions, but after that I will start slowly giving her more sigs. So yeah, we're gonna take out I think Red Skull out of the deck, and Peni Parker's going to go into the deck, in case I don't show that. Here I think I am doing Winter Soldier just real quick. I think a rank 4 Peni, for the most part, you don't need too many SP1s. I think I go for the double rotation here. I believe since it's over 500k, I don't think she can nuke that with one SP1. I think she needs both. And I think that I once again get non-cooperative AI. That's just me sucking right there. This is pre-recorded, by the way. And then I think, yeah, I threw it off at the wrong time. So that's just me sucking once again because I'm terrible at this game. We're gonna get it right though, I promise. Here we go. We're gonna get it right there. So that's actually what you want to do. You want to take them shy of a bar and then push them back to that bar threshold. But we did lose out on some charges there, so the damage is not going to be where it should be, in my opinion. She also does gain a charge when they cross a bar of power as well. So that is going to give us an additional charge here and there. But again, we should have been at like 20 to really nuke him, and I think that probably would have taken him out or came very close to it. But we get him down to 8%, so that could have been the difference. Like I said, I can't swear to it, but it would have been super close. So we're gonna do another fight after this Winter Soldier. But again, I really do thoroughly enjoy using Peni, and I like Peni. I've always been a fan of Peni. I've just never really had her in my BattleGrounds deck. But now that we're doing the top 30, I could be a little bit freer with the rank 4s that I want. I am gunning for decent prestige, so that is going to be a thing for me. Also, I want to have fun. I want to have fun, so I'm not going to give up fun. The fight duration was 1 minute 11 seconds. Could have been done faster than that. It could have been done sub a minute, 100%. But I kind of messed up that fight. Like I said, I kind of screwed it up, and that's on me. So we'll try again here in a second. But I don't know why I'm staying on this screen for so long, but I'm sure we'll get to the next fight. But anyway, yeah, Peni is awesome. I think her sync shield is really good, and even if, say, you are going against somebody who's incinerate immune or unideal to put an incinerate on them, you can just spam SP1s and or go to your SP3, and then you'll start to power drain them and they'll lose health in that way. So she has a couple of different ways in how you can play her, even if it's not the ideal way that you want to play her. You can get a little creative, and you can still do damage to your opponent in a unique way, because the more charges that she builds up, and then after a while, then she just starts to siphon off the opponent's I think power, and they're losing health in the process. So you could literally play her by just spamming SP1s if you needed to. I wouldn't say that's the fastest way by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a way that you can play the fight. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool for sure. I think her being in that huge mech robot thing is pretty cool as well. It definitely gives me Into the Spider-Verse vibes. I think that's around the time that she came out. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what it makes me think of Into the Spider-Verse. Can't wait to see the third one. I think I know what happened here. Yeah, I actually had to do something, which is why I stopped and set my phone down for literally, it looks like a minute or two here. But yeah, I'm just gonna skip past the rest and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and on to the next fight that I did with Peni, and this is going to actually be class disadvantage, but you'll see that it's still going to be a pretty fast fight. And this time I think I do get the rotation down correctly. Rotation by me pushing her over a bar of power, or excuse me, pulling her under a bar of power, then pushing her back over a bar of power is what I meant by that. So yeah, there it is right there. And we get 10 charges for doing that correctly. And now we can actually push her red and it's fine. I think I go for one more. Yep. And that pushes us to 19 charges now. So now we're just going to attempt to race to a special 2. We're at 21 charges. I think we get 22 charges. Yeah. So we get 22 charges. This does massive damage. And look at those incinerates ticking. 12k per tick. And that's really good damage. And I think this just about finishes her off, and boom, down she goes. So that's what I meant by playing the rotation right. That was way faster than 1 minute and 11 seconds. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about Peni Parker, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.